This is the match that we had highlighted at the beginning, and it is our marquee matchup. Two animals this season who have really grown into their own and will compete in Morgantown. They were both competing at Cliff Keen. Schubert ended up winning the weight class and beat number 7 Danny Wask from Navy, who's the one who took out Brody earlier in the tournament. So now these two finally meet this afternoon in Morgantown.
Schubert also has a huge win this year over 3-time NCAA qualifier and then number 9th ranked Lenny Pinto of Rutgers. And again, Oklahoma knocked off a highly ranked Rutgers team at home 19-14 back on December 13th. And Conley is capable as well. We've seen him beat top 10 opponents in the past.
Very heavy snap there from Conley early, out of the collar ties.
One-point Mountaineer lead. This one will be decided here over the course of the next 4 weight classes.
A lot of these Sooners like working that elbow pass too. Don't be surprised if you see a little bit of a snap into an elbow pass. Just creating that movement. Heavy on the tricep there by Schubert.
Conley 16-2 this year. Again, undefeated in dual meet competition. A couple of victories against ranked opponents, including one Friday night, beat Luca Augustine of Pitt 4-1.
A familiar foe, I mean, and that's a very good win from Brody there. A much needed win at the time, and then it was just rest of the things in upper weights didn't go as planned, but another standout win from Conley to add to his resume this season.
Under a minute to go here in this first period. He does have a victory against a top 10 ranked opponent, beat Adam Kemp of Cal Poly back during his redshirt freshman year, back when he qualified for the NCAA tournament. Now we got a little bit of a head smack here and some blood drawn from Brody Conley. That draws the whistle with 39 seconds left. Pretty significant gash there suffered by Brody Conley. They had to tape that thing up about 3 times. And now we're back to action with 30 seconds left in the first period. Scoreless between Conley and Carter Schubert. West Virginia clinging to a 1-point lead. Final 4 weight classifications of the afternoon. And this is a pivotal one right here.
It is. We were talking about over the break. I mean, this one's your marquee matchup, and then the next 2 weights, Oklahoma wrestlers both have head-to-head wins against the Mountaineers, and you know, at heavyweight they have a very older veteran guy who's been in the lineup for multiple years, has experience at another school. It's just, you know, you need to get a couple here.
They had to retape Brody Conley again. He really had a significant gash as Conley and Schubert banged foreheads in the first period. And now we start the second. Conley on the bottom. And the whistle comes 14 seconds into this second period.
Conley shot right up. Schubert did a nice job coming out front and cutting off to a double. Not necessarily trying to play the muscles game with Brody Conley, where you're trying to return him and fight him and stay in control of the hips, just switching out a little bit, getting in front and cutting across to a double to get a quick mat return. Another caution.
Caution against Conley on the bottom. Restart with 1:46 to go in the second period. Conley up and tripped back down. Schubert working from the top here since the beginning of the second period.
Schubert did a nice job, dropped down the single leg early, didn't get the stall call, then comes out front and gets just another quick mat return. And a lot of the time that's what it is, just adjusting to whatever position your opponent's giving you. Just getting a quick mat return, not necessarily a flashy and hard one where you gotta put them through the mat. Finally turning in, but once again, Schubert just doing a good job controlling the hips and coming out front if he needs to.
Conley drug him out of bounds. 57 seconds left in the second period. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, but Schubert spent the first 104 here on top in the second period. There's a caution against Schubert, not popular with the Oklahoma bench.
National champion Mark
Yeah,
Hall.
we saw the reaction there of Coach Hall.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna attempt to get restarted again.
we got a clean one. There it is again, just savvy. You know, he's not staying behind if he doesn't have to. But he's still on that leg, and he's stopping. The official stopping count, and that's what you're seeing the West Virginia bench upset about, is yes, he comes out and he does return him and he has control, but he's still lingering on that leg. So Cliff Moore is out of seat saying you should still be counting there, or even counting earlier than that as well.
Conley spins back in. Now we're down to 12 seconds. Schubert attempting to stay on top this entire second period.
Conley with a nice knee slide there on the edge just to get the separation, but he couldn't finish it. A good ride from Schubert there, and that was impressive.
So now they're going to check the blood again. Conley does have some blood on the back of his signet, and it looks like they're going to have to retape that again. And the official Stephen Marisolo, after the review, rules there was not.
So I mean, that might have something to do with Conley actually controlling that hand and putting it in that position. Oh, and there's a tough return from Conley. You get the savvy ones from Schubert when he's on top. Conley puts you through the mat.
Conley working from the top here. Schubert up.
He's in a tough position here, though. He let that leg get caught, and Schubert's just going to take his time now and get that tripod position. And now he can just fight. Conley's working out, trying to kick away, but he's got to be careful. Fights the hands immediately and did a great job giving up 1, not 2 there again.
So Schubert up 1-0 on the scoreboard and the ride time point. You talked about driving him through the mat.
It is. He did a great job. As soon as he elevates, just a little bit of a knee bump. If you knee bump those legs, they get to a little bit of a sideways position there from the bottom, and get a little bit more of the oohs and ahs whenever you return them down to the mat.
Conley's got time here, but he needs to score. Trailing 1-0 on the scoreboard. The ride time point a factor as well, as we're down to 1 minute.
I think me personally, I'm excited that this match gets to end on its feet, not necessarily fighting returns on top and bottom. A match of this caliber with these two and the excitement that we've seen, I think needs to be decided by a takedown.
Conley working with, 34 seconds left. Stalemate comes. Conley with a chance here. He needs a takedown. Final 30 seconds. Schubert leading 1-0. And there's the stall warning against Schubert. 15 seconds left. Near the boundary. Conley trying to finish.
He's close. He's got to get that ankle and elevate. Short time.
Running out of time. Final seconds trying to pull him in and finish, and they rule no takedown there in the final seconds. So the ride time point goes on. That makes it 2-0. And Conley with that busted forehead, we saw him deal with that the entire time, and then obviously the wrap came off in the final seconds of that match as well, and you see the blood on the mat. And bottom line, it's a victory for Carter Schubert, a hard-fought victory. Conley wounded as he heads to the locker room. Suffered that gash in the forehead very early in the match, but battled through and gave himself a chance to win late.
He did, and he had the opportunity there. It was just, you know, that was veteran defense there from Schubert.